ultimately receiving a RFID chip here, because that's what his system is going to right now, right? You hear all these talk about the new ID and digital digitizing everything, right? CBDC, that's digital money, right? You hear all those talking, right? Our government and all these governments basically um, telling you that um, you have to do more. You got to, what's the word? What's the word? What's the word? You got to basically move with the flow. You got to get more advanced, right? You basically have to step up your digital game, right? Which that entails of having a digital wallet, right? Everybody has a bank account, right? So you can be tied in the system to come in. They're going to a digital ID, right? And then after all that, they're going to consolidate everything in one, right? They're going to say, we don't need to have a digital ID separate from a digital license. Everything will come to basically one. Everything will be consolidated to one overall thing, right? And what will contain all that digital information is the RFID chip, right? Which the scripture mentions about as a mark of the beast, right? Say, and he calls all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, right? So small and great, free and poor, rich and bond, ultimately that's everyone, The rich man got to get it, right? The poor man got to get it. The man will walk up and down on the road has to get it, right? The man will in a prison has to get it, right? So ultimately, everyone has to get it. Kids, right? Everyone got to be connected to that digital system, right? And if you are not connected to that system, you will not be able to buy or sell it, because receiving that RFID chip will basically contain all banking information, all means of transaction, right? On that chip, right? Your information will be on that RFID chip, right? Some say, some they have some evil prophets, right? Having fake prophets, because the scripture mentioned about that. You have some that believe it's Sunday day law, but not unto this day them can tell you how Sunday day law going to be placed in your hand and basically stop you from buying and selling, right? If you don't get Sunday day law, it is the RFID chip. We see people actually using these things. Switzerland, I think it's Switzerland, China. As I think I did a breakdown about it. A girl was selling over there, over in the park, and basically asked, what may I use? If may I go use a card, cash, or even a chip, right? And I think she was going towards a chip in the hand. I think I should ask her about, because to just be sure. Yes, so it's something live. It's something that people using in the society to make transactions, to even pull their doors, right? The database that it works with, right? It's supposed to be secure, right? Every information consolidated to one big database, right? And it will be controlled by the elites, um, by the with that name, their AI technology, to the lack of a better word, right? And then by the elites, right? Yo, these mosquitoes terrible, yo. So receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, that no man might buy or sell, say be that at the mark or the number of his name, right? And that word mark going to the word charagma, which means not a pillar or stake, charagma, which means a stamp or an imprinted mark, right? As I say, I don't have a phone just coming off the top of my head, right? And that word going to charax will mean a pale or a stake, right? And that word charax go into the word grapho, where it goes down into information not to be forgotten, right? That can be written, records that are written down on paper, parchment, tablet, or other material, right? And then it goes down to say, here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600 and 6, right? So 600 and 6, and the 6 there, the last 6, when you look it up, right, it goes into the word stigma, right? And that's where it shows you that it's an incision by a sharp object, right? So that last word, basically, the stigma, shows you the entire procedure of what charagma and charax and grapho is basically going towards it. So not only that, the scripture also mentioned about the judgment of who receive this market. So this is Revelation 14 and verse 9. We see, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice. We said the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Right? So you're going to be, the Lord will be looking down. I can't see if we can find that. I don't think we can find that. But the Lord will be looking down on the destruction of you people, right? Burning, right? Yeah, good can. Right, the Lord will be looking down on you people, burning you who receive this mark, right? Receive this RFID chip, because when you receive this, you're ultimately signing over that you're signing over to Esau Edom, and you're basically saying that Esau Edom is your God, yo, right? When you receive this mark, you're ultimately saying Esau Edom is your God, right? So this is Revelation 15 and verse 2. It says, and I saw where a sea, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harp of Yahweh, and they sing the song of Moses, the servant of God, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, Lord Yahweh Almighty. Just and true are thy ways, thou King of Saints. Right? So yeah, that's what the prophets and the saints of the Lord will be singing in, right? In that sea of, standing on that sea of glass, which is basically in those chariots looking down on the destruction of America, where a third will be delivered out in the chariots of the Lord, and two-thirds will be burned in fire, because they have conformed to Esau Edom way, and basically making Esau Edom their God, yo, right? Yeah, I got to bring out my favorite scripture, right? Because after all that, people love read Psalms, yo. Alright? And they don't even know what the Psalms. Verse 149. Psalms 149 and verse 1. Praise ye the Lord, sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise the congregation of the saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp. For the Lord hath taken pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Right? Let the high praise of Yahweh be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written, dishonor of all the saints, praise ye the Lord. Right? So the saints of the Lord will basically be ready. Right? The saints of the Lord are actually ready for Esau's Edom kingdom to basically go down, yo. Right? For Esau Edom system to be burned.